I remember sitting alone one evening, a plate of food in front of me, the television running, and for the first time in my life, I didn't feel hungry. Not for food, for more time. Because that same week, I had come across something I wish I had paid attention to much earlier. It was a large nutrition study, researchers looking at how food choices affect how long people live. Not opinions, not trends, real data. And what they found stayed with me. People who improved their diet earlier in life, in their 20s, 30s, even 40s, they could gain close to 10 extra years of life. 10 years! But what really got my attention was this part. Even people who started later, in their 60s, 70s, still gained years. Even at 80, there was still something to gain. That means something important. It means it is not too late. Not for you, not for me. That night at 65, I realized I had been living without thinking about where I was headed. I wasn't taking care of myself. I was simply getting by. And I made a decision, not about what to add first, but about what I needed to stop. Because sometimes what hurts us most is what we keep doing every single day without thinking. If you're listening to me right now, there's a good chance you already know there are things in your life that are quietly taking years away from you. I knew it too. I'd just been ignoring it. The first thing I changed was how I looked at food. I stopped seeing it as comfort. I stopped seeing it as a reward. I started seeing it as something that either supports me or slowly breaks me down. And I started with something very simple: broccoli sprouts. I know it doesn't sound like much. I used to think the same. They're small, almost like decoration. But inside them, there's something very powerful. A compound called sulforaphane. It helps turn on your body's natural defense system. The system that helps clean up damage inside your body, reduce inflammation, protect your cells, and support long-term health. And here's what surprised me. These small sprouts have much more of this compound than full-grown broccoli, many times more, from something so small. I started adding a small amount every day. Nothing complicated, just adding them to what I was already eating. I kept them raw because heat reduces their benefits, sometimes with a little lemon, sometimes just plain. And the amount needed is not large. Just a small portion daily can make a difference. That taught me something important. You do not need big changes. You need consistent ones. After that, I started paying attention to greens, kale. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was too strong, too rough, but I learned to adjust. Kale is full of nutrients your body needs as you get older. It supports your heart, your bones, your digestion, but more importantly, your eyes and your brain. There are natural compounds in it that help protect your vision and support memory and thinking. As we age, these are the things we slowly lose, and we don't notice it right away. It happens gradually. That is why it matters. I did not force myself. I started small, tried different types, prepared it in different ways, and slowly it became easier. That is how real change works. It should feel manageable, not overwhelming. Then there was garlic, something I had always eaten but never truly understood. There was a large study on older adults, and those who ate garlic regularly had a lower risk of death over time. Even small amounts made a difference. Garlic helps with heart health, supports blood circulation, reduces inflammation, and improves overall health markers. Its active compound forms when you cut or crush it. That strong taste you feel, that's part of what makes it effective. I started adding a small amount daily, sometimes raw, sometimes mixed into food. Simple but consistent. And over time, I began to feel something I had not felt in a while. more clear, more steady, more present. Nothing extreme, just better. And that is when I understood something important. Aging is not only about getting older, it's about how much damage builds up and how much you do to reduce it. After I made those first few changes, I started to notice something. Not something big, not something dramatic, just a quiet shift. I wasn't as tired all the time. My mind felt a little clearer. My body felt a little lighter. And that gave me a reason to keep going. So I kept learning, slowly, one thing at a time. The next thing that surprised me was mushrooms. Now, I'll be honest with you, I never liked the taste. Even now, I don't enjoy them much. But what I learned made me rethink that. Scientists looked at many compounds in the blood of thousands of people. And one of the strongest links to longer life was a compound found mainly in mushrooms. It helps protect cells from damage, support the brain, and seems to play a role in slowing down aging at a deeper level. Some researchers even consider it something like a longevity nutrient. Mushrooms contain far more of this than most other foods. Different types have different amounts, but even simple ones you find in a store can help. The good thing is, you don't need to eat them raw. Cooking does not destroy this benefit. So if you enjoy them, that's great. If not, there are simple ways to include them in small amounts. Again, it comes back to consistency, not perfection. After that,
but very powerful, flaxseed. Just tiny seeds, easy to ignore, but they affect several important systems in the body at the same time. They help with heart health, support hormone balance, reduce inflammation, and improve blood sugar control. One of the reasons they are so effective is because of natural compounds that help the body stay balanced as we age. There are also studies showing benefits for women, especially later in life, helping with symptoms that come with hormonal changes. But even beyond that, flaxseed supports the heart and blood vessels, which is one of the most important things for long-term health. And the amount needed is very small, just a teaspoon a day. That's it. The only thing I learned is that they should be ground. Whole seeds pass through the body without being fully used. So I started grinding a small amount, keeping it simple, adding it to meals. No effort, just a habit. Then came something I actually enjoyed right away: walnuts. There are many studies on nuts in general, and they consistently show one thing: people who eat nuts regularly tend to live longer, lower risk of heart disease, stroke, and other major problems. But walnuts stand out. They contain important fats that support brain health, and they also have strong antioxidant properties. Some research even links them to better memory and a lower risk of cognitive decline, which becomes very important as we age. A small handful a day is enough. And I remember thinking something this simple can actually make a difference. It made me realize again, health is not always complicated. Sometimes it is just about small, repeated choices. After that, I started adding berries. Now, most people know berries are good, but I didn't realize how powerful they are. Large studies show that people who eat berries regularly have a lower risk of early death. But some berries stand out more than others. Blackberries, for example, are especially rich in antioxidants. These help reduce damage inside the body, support blood vessels, and protect brain function. They also help with inflammation, which plays a big role in aging. And again, you don't need a lot. A small bowl of bay, fresh or frozen, both work. That made it easy. Then I learned about soy foods. This was something I had not paid attention to before, but the research is very clear. Soy contains compounds that support how our cells function as we age. There is one compound that helps the body clean out damaged parts inside cells, a process that becomes weaker over time. Supporting that process helps cells work more efficiently, almost like helping them stay younger. Soy also helps with hormone balance, especially later in life, and has been linked to lower risk of certain diseases. Simple foods like tofu, soy milk, or edamame can be enough. Nothing complicated, just regular use. Then there was something I had known for years, but never used properly: turmeric. It is one of the most studied natural foods for reducing inflammation, and inflammation is now understood as one of the main drivers of aging. It quietly damages the body over time. Heart disease, diabetes, memory decline, many of these are linked to long-term inflammation. Turmeric helps reduce that. It supports joints, digestion, and overall health. One important thing I learned is that it works better when taken with a small amount of black pepper. That helps the body absorb it more effectively. And again, the amount needed is small, about a quarter teaspoon a day. That's all. And finally, ginger. Simple, familiar, easy to use, but very powerful. Research shows that ginger supports many systems in the body. It helps with blood sugar, heart health, digestion, and inflammation. It also supports energy production at a cellular level, which becomes more important as we age. And like everything else, you don't need much. A small amount daily is enough to make a difference. And somewhere along this journey, something changed inside me, not just physically, but mentally. I stopped thinking about living longer and started thinking about living better. Because what is the point of more years if those years are not lived well? Now I'm sitting here, years later, and I can tell you this honestly. What I quit at 65 gave me something I never expected. Not just more time, but better time. Clearer days, stronger moments, more independence, more life inside my life. And if there was one thing I would tell you, it's this: it is not too late. Not for you, not today. You don't need to change everything. You don't need to be perfect. Just start with one thing, then another, and give your body a chance to take care of you the way you should have been taking care of it all along. Because time will keep moving. The only question is how well you move with it.